Now, in the World Cup, Brazil made a poor start to their campaign, coming from behind to draw against Morocco in their opening match. Before the competition, 1 in 3 Brazilians believed they'd lift their sixth trophy, but after Saturday, there are doubts about how far they can go in this competition. Our correspondent, Jan Onoszko, is in Rio de Janeiro. Jan, what's the mood among Brazilian football fans today?
I think it's fair to say that the mood is one of pessimism. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration about how Brazil played in that opening match. That's because Brazilians, just like pretty much the rest of the world, expect more from their team. Instead, they were subjected to a 30-minute horror show at the start of the match, a horror show that generated hundreds of memes showing just how badly they had performed, showing all Brazil's mistakes, all their missed passes during that first half too, and it's widely believed that they only managed to salvage a point thanks to the magic of Vini Jr. Now then, before the match last week, about 1 in 3 Brazilians said they believed that Brazil can win their 6th World Cup here in, or rather there in the US this year. That had actually increased since April, when only 1 in 4 Brazilians believed that they could win the World Cup. I'm quite sure that after the performance against Morocco, belief has plummeted. Indeed, one newspaper from Brazil's Midwest conducted an online straw poll asking Brazilians to rate how well they thought the team had done against Morocco. And in fact, 76% of people rated Brazil's performance as either awful or bad. And even though it's not a scientific study, I think that really does reflect how Brazilians are feeling at the moment.
And what then about Carlo Ancelotti? What have Brazilians been saying about him, and what has he been saying about that match?
Well, Ancelotti has been criticised for starting 3 World Cup debutants in that opening match. Those 3 players, Ibanez, Douglas Santos and also Igor Thiago, apparently only found out that they'd be in the starting 11 just a few hours before the match. And he's also been heavily criticised, not just by mainstream media, but also on social media, for not playing the teenage striker Endrick. Endrick spent the whole of the Morocco match on the bench, and when Ancelotti was asked about Endrick in the post-match press conference, he seemed to be irritated. He said he didn't want to talk about individual players, but he wanted to focus on the collective effort. However, thousands of Brazilians do want to talk about Endrick. They were talking about him on social media on Saturday night. He was the most searched for Brazilian football player on internet search engines on Saturday night. And in fact, Endrick gained 625,000 Instagram followers between Saturday and Sunday. So he is a bit of a cause célèbre here in Brazil. As for Ancelotti and his views on the match, he said that Brazil clearly did not play well. He said that they were nervous and unbalanced, especially in the first half. But he also did say that a World Cup is not won or lost on the basis of just one game, and that there is plenty of room for improvement.
So Brazil next play Haiti in this tournament. What's being said about that match?
Well, it's only the second time that Haiti are appearing at the World Cup. The first time was 52 years ago, back in 1974. They're also the lowest ranked team in Brazil's group. So the expectation is very much that Brazil will win, and not just that, that Brazil will show some kind of reaction, make some kind of statement after such an awful performance against Morocco. Now, it's expected that Ancelotti will make changes to the starting 11. He has done in every single match in which he's been Brazil's manager, but he will probably only announce those changes a few hours before the match. Interesting to see whether he will bow to this social media pressure here in Brazil, and he will start with Endrick. But even if he doesn't, so long as Brazil get a convincing win against Haiti, then his currency here in the country among football fans should go up once again.